What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 48 hours. So, it's not that much to cover, but we're going to cover it anyways, so let's get into it. So we're going to start off with the cover from Sport last night saying, "I would love to train Neymar," which is a quote from Kiki Setien saying that he would love to coach Neymar. Goes on to talk about a variety of things during this interview. First thing we're going to talk about, he talks about Messi saying that great debate has been created on this subject. It's clear that things need to be improved, but we are convinced that there is a potential to win the Champions League. This is obviously a counter quote to Messi's quote that we covered in the last transfer video, saying that he doesn't feel like this team is, like competitive enough and, strong enough to win the Champions League. Goes on to say that he likes the players such as Pjanic that we're linked to, and Lautaro Martinez could obviously adapt his offensive game and defensive game. So it goes on to, saying that he likes Pjanic is kind of worrying for me because I don't want to sign him. So, but he says that he likes Lautaro, but he has a lot of stuff he can adapt to his game, which is obvious because he's very young. He says about going to the league that he wants to compete and he wants to complete and win the league by playing. The players have arrived with strength and will be ready for when the league starts. Obviously, the league will start June 12th. It was rumored to start June 12th. The Cope came out and said that they're starting early. Then the league came out and said no, that the falls were starting on June 20th. So next we're going to look at the cover from Mundo Deportivo 2 nights ago saying Semedo, the most desired. Goes on to say that many elite clubs raffle for the fullback, the master key to unlock Lautaro or Pjanic. His price does not stop growing because of the lack of options in the market. Juventus, Bayern City, PSG, and Inter all dream of signing him. So it looks like Semedo is the most valued, well, not the most valued, but he's the most wanted player out of Barcelona. Obviously, people want, Suarez, Griezmann, Messi, but he's like the most wanted, affordable, able to get player in the Barcelona squad. I said this many times before. I think Semedo is a great player. I think we should be keeping him. But I can see why Barcelona wanted to sell him. Obviously, he doesn't want to sign a contract renewal. He has 1 year left in his deal. So this is the only time we have to cash out on him now. Because if not, he can go for free in 2021 if he doesn't sign a new renewal. And it also says here that Arturo Vidal saying that I'm better than ever with Barca. Obviously, it's Vidal's birthday today, so happy birthday, Vidal. And he said in an interview saying that his family is very established in Barcelona. His kids are going to school in Barcelona, and that he doesn't want to leave. That's a big statement from him. Obviously, he's been linked with a lot of clubs, and a lot of Chileans reports saying that he wants to leave, and him coming out saying he doesn't want to leave. It's all mayhem at the moment. Like I said, when June 1st kicks in, it's going to go crazy. So this next one's coming in from Mundo Deportivo saying that the Bayern CEO, Kyle Hasenromanug, has stated that the option to purchase Coutinho for 120 million has expired, and they will therefore not exercise that clause. They haven't ruled out renegotiating with Barcelona for the Brazilian due to the circumstances. So, looks like Coutinho is probably going to come back to Barcelona. Ain't going to stay with Bayern Munich. The option to buy him has expired now. So, this situation is so confusing with Coutinho. A lot of Barcelona players say keep him. A lot of Barcelona say sell him. Let me rephrase that. Most of the fans are saying sell him. A lot of them saying he's a flop. But I think that if you give him a chance on the Kiksa, maybe he can show something different. Obviously, when he first came in under Valverde, he was great. Right when he was playing with Iniesta on the right in the 4-4-2, played great. Then when he started in the next season, he played a little bit in the midfield with Dembele ahead of him. Dembele was inconsistent, got injured, then they pushed him out to the wing and brought Vidal in midfield. I don't think he's really suited as a winger in the Barcelona team and system. I think in that cam role or in that attacking midfield position, he can do well. But the problem is obviously Griezmann likes to drift in, Messi likes to drift in. So it's absolutely cluttered in that, center of the park. So it's going to be a difficult decision for Barcelona and Kike Setien. Also says that, Chelsea, Leicester City, United have all contacted Barcelona for Coutinho, and Chelsea has the Brazilian's preference. Again, I don't see how he fits in that Chelsea team. They obviously just signed Ziyech. They have Mason Mount, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I don't see why Chelsea are interested in him unless they play him on the wing. And Coutinho on the wing is like half of Coutinho. I said this before, I'll say it again. My opinion is bring him in, play him in midfield only. Don't play him in the wings unless we're absolutely desperate. Like Fati, Dembele all get injured, then you can play him on the wing. But I'd bring him in the midfield. That's why I would say I'd sell Vidal, or maybe sell Rakitic 100%. Vidal, if you get a good offer, sell him, and then just have that spot in for Coutinho, Ricky Puig, Charlinia, Arthur, De Jong. So that's what I would do in my opinion. So this next one's coming in from Sport, saying Barcelona have managed to get closer to renewal of German goalkeeper Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Recent contracts have offered optimism that the deal until 2015 can be struck in May. Many clubs, including Manchester City, Chelsea, Bayern, and Juventus, have all probed the goalkeeper, but he and his entourage have always said that they want to continue in Barcelona as their top priority. Great news, man. Brought a smile to my face, as you can see. Best goalkeeper in the world wants to stay. Like we said in the last video, Barcelona think that him, De Jong, and Lautaro Martinez are going to be the future of Barcelona. I think this is probably the first time since Valdez that we had a top keeper. Valdez was very underrated. He didn't get, into the team of the year and all that crap. Back up in Spain, team ahead of Casillas. I think Ter Stegen is probably the biggest goalkeeper we ever had, if you know what I'm trying to say. Not in terms of ability, but in terms of standard and status. Because I think other than Oblak, no one really rivals him as the best. Alisson, I think he's overrated, man. Plays the Liverpool team, does nothing. Good defense ahead of him, makes a couple good saves. People think he's the best in the world. Not in my opinion. I think Oblak and Ter Stegen are right up there. What I feel most bad about Ter Stegen is that he's never won the Zamora Trophy. Most clean sheets at Barcelona. I think the last Barcelona goalkeeper to win it was Bravo in the 2015 in Luis Enrique's first season. So yeah, looks like we're going to re-sign Ter Stegen. Great news. Best goalkeeper in the world is staying. This next one's coming in from Radio Marca, saying that Sevilla have decided to sign Rakitic this summer. The Croatian is very keen on the switch. Rakitic costs somewhere around 20 million euros. I wouldn't look too much into this, man. Radio Marca are not really that good of a source. It's pretty obvious. Everyone knows. Everyone and their moms know that Rakitic wants to go back to Sevilla. He said even when he finished his career at Barcelona, he's going to move to Sevilla. Just move there now, man. Start your plannings now. I know that, who's the Sevilla director of football? That bald guy, Monchi. He came out saying that they're not interested in Rakitic, I think a week or so ago. And now a lot of reports saying that they are. I think Sevilla are our only hope at the moment of taking Rakitic. I don't think anyone else will take him. So yeah, Sevillas, bring me my money. So this next one's coming in from Sport, saying Jean-Claude Todibo will be the first Barcelona player to leave this summer. Barcelona handled various offers for the players. Todibo won't leave for less than 25 million euros, and it should be remembered he was signed for 1 million last year. Everyone saw this coming, man. I know that a lot of Barcelona fans don't want us to sell him. I'm on that boat as well. But it's kind of inevitable now because the club needs 7 million by the end of June 30th. Straight up, or else they are paying money out of their pocket that they don't have. And they could be, going to jail. So the only way they can make the money is sell Todibo. Because Todibo and Semedo are the only players that every top team wants. Semedo, we're making almost 25 million on him. They can't really reject that. It's too much of a profit gain for them. As much as Todibo, I think, will be a great player in the future, it's inevitable that he's going to leave. Some good news coming out from Mundo Deportivo today saying that Griezmann will stay at the club. Barcelona won't negotiate for him. Obviously, he's been linked with PSG in a swap deal for Neymar. Man United have been, sniffing around. But looks like he's going to be staying. His dream is to win the Champions League with Barcelona. That's my dream as well, man. So, great to hear that Griezmann's staying. I was hoping, praying, that Kike Setien starts to play him in that striker false 9 position. Griezmann on the wing for me is wasted. It's like Coutinho 2.0, man. We keep buying talented players in different positions and then just sticking them on that left wing, man. Ever since Neymar's left, we haven't had a decent left winger. That's a fact. And yes, it's been there. Coutinho's been there. Griezmann, Dembele, Ansu Fati, Malcolm. There's a whole list, man. And no one can fill the void of Neymar. I don't think it's Griezmann. I think he should be playing in the striker role. I think we should start easing Suarez to the bench slowly but surely. With Dembele injured, though, I can see why we're going to play Griezmann on the wing. Don't really mind that because we don't have any other options. But, Fati, Griezmann, Messi is a great option for our front three. But I know that Suarez is going to get the green light soon, so it looks like it's going to be Griezmann, Messi, Suarez as the front three going forward. But yep, some good news, Griezmann staying. This next one's coming in from Mundo Deportivo saying that Neto has no intention of leaving the Camp Nou despite rumors suggesting so. This one's a little bit of an iffy one as well. I do think that Barcelona get an offer anywhere higher than 25-30 million. They could accept it, and I think Neto will be intrigued, and he'll probably leave as well. Just due to the fact that he hasn't been playing. He's only played preseason, 2 Copa games, and that's it. Hasn't played a league game, hasn't played a Champions League. Oh wait, he played one Champions League game against Inter. Because, Ter Stegen hasn't been getting injured. That's why Silson left too, because Ter Stegen, I don't remember Ter Stegen having injury. I remember he got a hand injury, maybe end of 17-18 season. That's why Silson played a couple games back to back. But other than that, Ter Stegen is a monster, man. Doesn't get injured. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. For me personally, I said this before, say it again, we should sell Neto just to promote Inaki Peña. Easy, cheap way to do it. So don't see any problems with that one. So this one's coming in from La Stampa in Italy, saying that Barcelona is still fighting to get the services of promising Italian midfielder Tonali. Again, another interesting one. I do know that his club Brescia are desperate for money due to the coronavirus. So they've reduced his asking price from 60 million to 30 million. Now, 30 million for a top Italian midfielder, promising player, is an absolute steal. I wouldn't be surprised if Barcelona bought him then flipped him, to be honest. But we'll see what happens with this one. Don't think it's going to happen. I think he's way more interested in Juventus and Inter. I think Inter and Juventus are going to pay way more money than Barcelona for Italian prospect. Because, they like to take up all the prospect in Italy, just like we do in Spain, Bayern Munich do in Germany, all the same thing. So yeah, don't see Tonali joining Barca. And finally, just to end up the news portion of the video, the transfer news portion of the video, we're going to be talking a little bit about the Martinez operation, Pjanic. You thought I wasn't going to talk about it, did you? But it's always in the news, so we're going to talk about it. First one coming in from Rock1 saying that Juventus have told Barcelona that they want Arthur in exchange for Pjanic only. They're not interested in any other player. Looks like Pjanic isn't coming then. Great news for us. Because Ter Stegen also said in his interview that Arthur told them that he wants to stay. Ter Stegen wants him to stay. I want him to stay. That fan over there wants him to stay, so he's staying. Some good news also that we're not going to get Pjanic either. But the interesting thing is, I don't know if you guys seen it or not, if you're subscribed to Barcelona on YouTube, like the official channel, they did some sort of PES tournament, and in the thumbnail, it was a PSG versus Juventus Pro Evolution Soccer tournament. In the thumbnail, they had Messi for Barcelona, and they had Pjanic for Juventus, which was spurred a lot of speculations in the comments, I can tell you that. So if you want to see some jokes, go in the comments there. They're pretty funny. Anyways, so I don't think Pjanic is going to come in since they are not going to do an Arthur or Pjanic swap. Good news. Calcio Marketo came out saying that Inter Milan are interested in Umtiti, but they don't want to include him in the Lautaro Martinez operation. It's so weird, man. Inter are playing hardball, but then again, they have the ball in their court. They have all the power. Do you know why? Because PSG offered them 50 million plus 10 million add-ons for Mauro Icardi today. And they're probably going to accept that due to the coronavirus because they need the money, right? So Inter already have money. They have the players they want. They're in great shape. They don't need to sell Lautaro Martinez. They don't need to. They don't want to. They don't have to. The only way we're going to get Martinez is if we pay them what they want. A lot of rumors today are saying 75 million plus Firpo. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. But hey, and now they're saying they're interested in Umtiti, but they don't want him in the operation. That's the thing. Inter Milan wants so many of our players. They want Umtiti, Firpo, Semedo, blah, 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 Rakitic, Vidal. But none of them want to be included in the operation for Lautaro Martinez. Just doesn't make sense, man. Just doesn't make sense. Anyways, the BS story came out from Cope, who have been talking nonsense all week, saying that the Lautaro operation could be completed by June the 30th, before June the 30th. It could be. My transfer to Barcelona could be completed before June 30th. What a weird statement to say. They also some Argentina source came out today saying that Lautaro has an agreement, Inter Milan and Barcelona have an agreement, and that all the Barcelona news came out and said that's not true. They haven't even advanced any talks yet. So yeah, until June 30th kicks in, I don't think anything's gonna be super advanced. The only deal that I can see Barcelona doing is the Lautaro deal. That's the only person we're interested in. It's just like we haven't been linked to anyone else, so we'll see what happens. So the final news I want to talk about today, coming from Mundo Deportivo, saying that Barcelona will play 6 out of their 11 remaining games away from home, one more than Real Madrid. So Barcelona have 6 away from home, 5 at home. Real Madrid have 6 at home, 5 away. With no fans, I see us, clinching the league. But if there were fans, I'd be very worried. And we know that the first game is going to be on June 19th. And it's going to be the Sevilla derby. Sevilla against Real Betis, which is going to be quite the interesting, really good watch game. Can't wait to watch that. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is that this title race is going to be super, super close. Obviously, both squads are in great condition, great shape. It's going to come down all the tactics. Obviously, I think we do have the harder games. We have still Valencia, Sevilla, Atletico Madrid. It's in Real Madrid's hands to lose. I think they will bottle it because they do bottle it all the time. Already bottled it against Real Betis before the virus started, so it's going to be interesting, and I'm really excited. So that's my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 48 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, comment, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Forza Barca.